It still doesn't seem real.
Tonight, the family of a Waverly police officer is grieving his unexpected death. You might remember we spoke with Officer Greg Triplett about his terrifying experience with the floodwaters.
Yeah, he was the only officer on duty when Waverly started flooding just a month ago. Just yesterday, the police department announced he died from complications of COVID. And
News 4's Cameron Taylor shows us how he's being remembered tonight.
Greg Triplett served in law enforcement for more than 30 years, including right here at the Waverly Police Department. His desk is now vacant, but what he brought to this community will never be forgotten.
Come in here and see how everybody's day's been and go sit down and relax a minute.
A month ago, Officer Greg Triplett showed us what was left of his house after the catastrophic flooding in Waverly. While he was on duty, his family was trapped at home, had to be rescued.
The flood took everything. And, you know, he was able to save, I think, 3 of his uniforms.
His daughter, Mary Beth Frazier, now cherishes those uniforms. On Sunday morning, her dad passed away from complications of COVID.
I don't even know the word, a word to describe it. It still doesn't feel like it's real.
In the weeks after the flood, Frazier says her dad began showing symptoms of COVID. He lost his taste and smell and then got pneumonia.
My dad was not one to ever go to a doctor. He didn't want any needles. He was terrified of them. When he told my mom to call an ambulance because he could not breathe, we knew it was bad.
At the hospital, doctors also discovered issues with Triplett's heart. His daughter remembers getting a text from him.
He said that he just wanted me to know that he loved me and that he was proud of me and that he didn't know if he was going to come home.
While the family prepares for a funeral, they're also sharing fond memories. Many knew Triplett as someone always willing to help, and if you were close, he had a prank up his sleeve.
He's always pranked people, and he loved it. But if you pranked him, he couldn't stand it.
Probably the cutting up and just the good times we've had.
Chief Grant Gillespie started at the police department around the same time as Triplett. He's been supporting the family any way he can, knowing all they've been through lately.
Losing the house and your stuff is nothing like losing your family, and he nearly did that morning, and now, unfortunately, they've lost him.
It's been tough processing Triplett's death, but Gillespie says plans are in the works to give him the send-off he deserves.
We look at this as a line-of-duty death. I feel like he probably contracted COVID while he was here at work. There'd been a little time passed between when some of his family had it and then when he got it.
It's Daddy's badge numbers.
In 2018, Frazier got this tattoo. It now holds an extra special meaning.
A lot more than I thought it would.
A daily reminder of the man she called her hero. Cameron Taylor, News 4, Nashville.
Cameron, thank you. Waverly's police chief says a line-of-duty funeral will be held on Thursday at 2. Details are still in the works, and we'll pass them along once we get them.